Yo, stay wavy TV, ride the vibe with me. Splash through your screen, drip clean like the sea. High tide energy, never on mute. From the sun, let the motion move you. Stay tuned, stay free, stay.
Last night on Monday Night Raw, the first Raw of 2026, which was sponsored by Stranger Things, which is pretty weird because there wasn't any Stranger Things characters in the audience to even watch this show live, which I find very weird, right? It just goes to show how desperate Netflix is to get the viewership up on Monday Night Raw because they're realizing that they lost millions of dollars investing into the WWE. But strangely, the Usos showed up last night, guys. Not for a match. You know what they showed up to do? The Usos showed up to yeet with the crowd for 20 minutes straight and then leave. Why are the Usos coming out to the main event Jey Uso theme song? Why didn't they come out to the Usos theme song? Jey Uso is not in the main event anymore. His main event run was a failure. Now let's talk about the good things that happened last year for Jey Uso. He won the Royal Rumble. He went to WrestleMania and made Gunther tap. He became the World Heavyweight Champion, and he won the Intercontinental Championship for about a month before he lost it to Braun Breaker. But everything that happened after that sucked, okay? Jey Uso was coming out, yeeting with the crowd for 35 minutes straight, and he was just putting on terrible matches because he was so tired and gassed out from yeeting that he was in the ring botching a bunch of moves. When it was time for him to cut promos, he was freezing up on the mic, not cutting good promos, and he lost that World Heavyweight Championship in less than 2 months. Lost it to Gunther on a regular episode of Monday Night Raw. So Triple H said, you know what? Just go back to being in the Usos. Go back to being, in a tag team with your twin brother, Jimmy. He's doing the same thing he did a couple years ago when he was with the Bloodline. And that's why the crowd last night, they didn't really give a fuck about the Usos. I'm going to be honest with y'all, man. Anybody that was watching Monday Night Raw last night, the crowd wasn't really feeling the Usos like that, bro. All of that hype that Jey Uso had last year, bro, is gone, bro. People are yeeted out, bro. Like, the whole yeet thing at this point, bro, is cringy, bro. It's annoying. It's cringy. It literally makes you just want to change the channel. It's unwatchable. And if you're Jimmy Uso, you gotta feel disrespected by your brother if you're Jimmy Uso, bro. Because, like, you got your brother still playing this theme song when you and your brother are the tag team champions, bro. As long as you and your brother are tag team champs again and y'all are in a partnership together, we shouldn't ever hear the main event Jey Uso theme song ever again unless Jey Uso goes back to being by himself. Enough is enough, bro. The Usos got no aura right now. And the sad thing about this, guys, is Jimmy Uso is a better wrestler than Jey Uso. He cuts better promos than Jey Uso. I think Jimmy Uso is a much better wrestler than his brother Jey. Jey just got the better theme song. That's it. There's nothing that Jey Uso does that's better than Jimmy Uso. I think Jimmy Uso deserves to become an Intercontinental Champion. I think Jimmy Uso deserves to become a United States Champion. I think that Jimmy Uso deserves to go on a solo title run, just like his brother just did last year. And guess what? I guarantee you that Jimmy Uso would do a better job than Jey Uso did. But Triple H feels like Jimmy Uso doesn't deserve that. Why not? He shows up week after week. He always puts on good matches. When is it gonna be Big Jim's time to shine, bruh? What does Big Jim have to do to get the treatment that Jey Uso got last year? Does he have to come up with a new theme song? Does he have to come up with some type of slogan? Because, like, people don't talk about this, but the whole yeet thing, that was stolen from somebody on Vine, bruh. Shout out to the kid with the glasses that was at school that made up the whole yeet thing. Like, bruh, the WWE copyrighted that slogan and they stole it from that kid, bruh. Jey Uso didn't make up this whole yeet shit, bro. This shit was stolen. This shit was stolen, bruh. So does Jimmy Uso, does he have to come up with some type of catchy, corny gimmick for him to get a title run? Now, I'm hearing reports that what Triple H wants to do is, and this is actually a pretty good idea, right? He wants the Usos to face the Hardy Boys. And he wants it to be a title match, right? Like, obviously, the Hardy Boys, they would be putting up their TNA tag team titles, and the Usos would be putting up their WWE tag team titles. And I think that'll be a great match. But I think the Hardy Boys should win. The Hardy Boys, at their age, are putting on better matches than the Usos. Let's just keep it real, bro. But we all know, because the WWE is the bigger company, we all know if that match actually happens, the Usos are probably going to end up winning, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got The Rock, who's on the board of TKO. We all know that the Samoans get special treatment with the WWE. So if that match was to actually happen, I'm 90% sure that the Usos will end up winning. All right, especially because the Hardy Boys are older than the Usos, right? Like, they're older than them. So it'll kind of just be them putting the Usos over. But it's like, how does this benefit the Usos, though? Like, I mean, at the end of the day, it's a legendary tag team matchup. But we've already seen this before, guys. Like, the Usos were tag team partners 10 years ago. We've seen this already, bruh. They've already won the tag team titles multiple times, bro. They've already held the tag team titles for a very long time. They were still tag team partners when they was with the Bloodline and RomanReigns. We're seeing the same recycled garbage booking, bro, that has already been done, bro. This was already done by Vince McMahon, and because Triple H can't come up with no new ideas, he's just gonna do the same thing that was already done and hope that it succeeds. I'm gonna tell you this, bro. If the Usos keep coming out to that damn main event Jey Uso theme song, bro, it's just gonna make them look weak, bro. It's gonna make them look weaker than they already look. The Usos got no aura. And y'all know what's crazy, man? Where the hell is the Street Profits at? Like, if you're the Street Profits, who I believe is like the best tag team group in the men's division, like, bro, we haven't seen the Street Profits in months now, bro. If you're not gonna do anything with the Street Profits, whenever their contract is up, man, I hope they go to AEW, man. Because at this point, bro, like, you're wasting these guys' primes, bro. You're wasting their primes. Montez Ford and Dawkins, whatever his name is, bro. Like, these dudes, they can go in the ring, bro. They put on way better matches than the Usos. Can we get a tag team matchup between the Usos and the Street Profits? Can we get that? Like, bro, the Street Profits are in catering, bro. They backstage eating chicken wings and cheeseburgers, bro. These dudes is younger than the Usos. They put on better matches than the Usos. They can do things that the Usos can't do, especially Montez Ford. Montez Ford is extremely athletic. This dude be flying out the ring doing all type of acrobatic moves. You know what I'm saying? And these dudes is nowhere to be found. The Usos can get back to, you know, being together for 1 week. They beat the New Day, who are jobbers, who lose almost all of their matches, and they're automatically tag team champions again. This is garbage booking, bro. This is favoritism at its finest, bro. The Usos didn't do anything to earn those tag team titles, bro. Nothing. The only thing that they had to do was be Samoan and be related to The Rock. That's all they had to do to get those tag team titles, bro. Be Samoan and be related to Dwayne The Rock Johnson, bro. And everybody on this channel knows I love The Rock, bro. You will never see me slander The Rock on this channel. But I gotta keep it real, bro. This booking is pure favoritism and nepotism. Let's just call it what it is. The Usos should not be back together. Jimmy Uso should be going for one of those titles, whether it's the Intercontinental title, the United States title. And Jey Uso should be a mid-carder. Just because Jey Uso is not in the main event, Jey Uso should be a mid-carder. There's no reason for the Usos to be back together. And last night, it just showed, bro. Like, the fans was not entertained by the Usos, bro. Because like I said, we've already seen this 10 years ago. Why should the crowd get excited for a tag team couple that has already done this 10 years ago, bro. Like, bro, we had to sit back and watch the Bloodline for like, what, 5 years straight? You know what I'm saying? And now it's like, bro, I'm gonna go ahead and say this. Don't be surprised if the Bloodline gets back together. Don't be surprised if Roman Reigns, the Usos, and Solo Sikoa, don't be surprised if all of these dudes end up getting back together, bro. Because it seems like they don't really have any direction for them. Eventually, Triple H is just going to say, why don't we just put them back together? It worked before, it'll work again. So that's my thoughts on this, man. You know, the Usos coming out last night was pointless, bro. There was no point for them to come out. If they're not going to have a match, like them just coming out to yeet with the crowd, like what does this have to do with wrestling, bro? You feel me? Like they got on the mic and said, oh, we coming for everybody 2026, yeet, and then they just walked out of the building. Like, what the hell is that? Why would anybody want to spend their Monday watching this garbage, bro? And it's the first Raw of the year. Sponsored by Stranger Things, the biggest show in Netflix history, one of the biggest TV series shows of all time. And that's what you book for people to watch. That's what you do to think that people that watch Stranger Things are going to start saying, you know what? Well, let me start watching Monday Night Raw so I can see the Usos yeet. Hell nah, bruh. It's your boy Wavy, Stay Wavy TV, man. Make sure y'all subscribe. Thumbs up the video. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Welcome to the vibe. Stay wavy in the mix. Got the culture on the rise. Tap in, hit subscribe, ring that bell, let it ride. We gon' surf through the trends, give you game every time. Reviews, new views, keep it honest, never fake. If you're looking for the wave, this is the channel you embrace. Stay